Motherfuckers. Because literally, I was trying to get everyone to vote Mike to begin with, so I was even convincing JT and Trevor. I'm like, look, you need me, so just get rid of Mike this time because he's a wild card, and I'll get rid of Ryron next time. Wasn't gonna do that, but he didn't need to know that. But then when they didn't even talk to me today, I was like, okay, they've convinced someone. Who do you think, Tiara?
It was Kylie. She confirmed it.
Shut up.
It was
Why?
Kylie. She said, Bill clearly wasn't for me like he said he was. I said, you got played. And she said, I did not. And I'm like, Bill was nothing but certain about you in my messages when we talked about you.
Fuck. Should I invite Tiara then?
Please.
We had a little funeral group call, me, Tiara, and Ryron. This brought us together even more, and that's just my final three now. Because frankly, I just need to get there at this point. Why would she do that? We had 5!
Because you know what? I bet you 100% JT got into her head.
How does he keep doing that?
Because
and
he's
he says,
good.
I'm more dangerous. Okay.
He's good at the game.
Yeah, he's good.
And you know what? Like, Mike...
He's a slimy one. Told you we didn't have an idol.
He still might.
So these extra votes.
No, I'm not believing that for a second.
I can tell you what happened with the vote.
So that one is Bill's fault.
Yeah, Bill got a disadvantage from the start.
Bill went searching and got a disadvantage and didn't want to tell anyone. And I'm all like, I'm pretty sure you should tell them because if your random votes don't work out right, it could still be a fucking tie. So he had to spin a wheel. And I'm like, Bill, you're gonna fuck us.
Right, yeah.
I'm like, Bill, you should tell everyone. He said, I'll think about it.
And that's exactly because when I talked to him this morning, he told me he had 2 coins because he was debating about whether he wanted to search or not to try and save himself. And we talked about like such a risk because you might get a disadvantage.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? If those 2 random votes would have just landed on, although if we would have voted Mike like I wanted, the 3 of us would have voted Mike and his random votes would have voted Mike too. We would have won by accident.
Yes, that's true.
We would have won by accident.
Yeah.
Fuck Bill.
Hey guys.
Why would you go searching? Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. So it would have been.
I want to go searching. I want to go searching on the thing with you guys though. Like I can do it here.
Okay.
You know, because I want to cement trust.
Oh, we have trash. Like
I know, but I want to completely cement it because I'm pretty absent in the chats, especially on the weekends. Like once the weekends hit, I'm fucking terrible at chatting because I like having fun and going out.
Nothing wrong with that. Life is supposed to continue.
Okay, but let's reassess here. Okay, JT and Trevor will never stop coming for me. So you two could go switch sides, but you'd still probably end up dead at some point.
Not gonna switch sides. No.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like very clear who's gonna work with me and who's not.
So technically, at 8, we need either someone to go to Rocks, or 2 people to switch. This was going so well. There were rounds where I'm all like, I'm safe. I shouldn't feel safe, but I know I'm safe. And this wasn't the round I felt safe, but still, like, this shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
I want to preface this with I hate the Safari. I have not had good experiences in the Safari. Very first time I found a disadvantage, and the very second time I found absolutely nothing. So I didn't go on the Safari for a while because it wasn't my cup of tea. I was convinced there's nothing out there for me. But you know what? Today, especially after getting blindsided and seeing Bill leave at the last tribal, I know that I need to check the Safari. I get in there and I already know what I want to do. I want to go right back to the place that I went before with the cute little meerkats. And I picked all the ground ones last time, so this time I'm going to pick. And I already know where I'm going to put my two, so we're just going to start with the one on the guy's head. Please God.
Nothing there.
That's okay. And then the one in the guy's hands.
Congratulations.
Holy shit. Please don't tell me it's a disadvantage. I'll be so mad.
I found the spot on advantage.
Oh my God. Holding in its little hands. A freaking advantage. So I get the spot on advantage. And basically what this allows me to do is it allows me to guess another tribe mate's vote at a tribal council. And if I get it right, their vote is blocked. If I get it wrong, my vote is blocked. It's a really freaking good advantage because I think I have a really good beat on people, and I think I'm going to be able to use this super effectively, so I'm so excited to have this. And plus, if I tell Logan about this advantage, I don't think it'll go anywhere, and I'll have his insight on who he thinks people are going to vote, which will be an additional help in figuring out how to use this advantage strategically and properly.
All she did was she traded in me, you, and Bill having a chance to win this game for now JT, Mike, and Trevor having a chance to win this game.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kylie. Thanks so much. So if you're watching this, Kylie, thanks for being someone else's goat and not ours.
So Tribal Council just ended. It went exactly how I wanted it to. We managed to get Bill out. Now I'm going to have to do a little bit of damage control because I got some people blowing up the inbox already wanting to know what the hell happened. And I'm just going to have to play the... What? Like JT did it. He told me this stuff, whatever. I'm going to have to throw JT under the bus a little bit, but that's okay because I just need to keep myself under the radar for just another couple votes. And then I think I can really take control of this game and step up and be more vocal. And... yeah, I'm excited that once again, the plan that I put into place came true and the person that I voted for was voted out.
Logan really wants to, he's like, I really need to talk to you tomorrow. Like, I feel like my game's in the toilet, but it'd be nice to have some hope. And I'm like, all right, talk to you tomorrow, bro.
Okay, like a question I have to like ask for Ryron, like after this game, why would they align themselves with Logan, who they knew was like this huge, like super threat? Because we talked about it all the time in the pre-merge. Like, why would you align yourself? Because now I feel like they've screwed themselves simply because of association. Like,
Exactly.
especially now, whenever it was very, very obvious that Ryron, Logan, and Bill all voted together. Like, why would you align yourself? Because like that was what I was afraid of. Like, if I was aligned with Logan and that got out, and it like hurt us too, because I feel like that's why Mike flipped against us in the first place, is that he heard that you and I had conversations with Logan and he did not like that.
Exactly.
We just had in pretty unique tribal council, I will say. Going into it, I knew in my head that I was going to get votes because Ryron and Logan did not speak to me that whole day. JT had immunity, and so it was just like, let's go after Trevor. We'll try and get him out. And so what the plan was is that Logan, Ryron, and Bill thought they had Kylie. I think for the most part, and they also might have thought they had Mike on their side, and so like they were going to try and take the majority and vote me out. However, we really had Mike and Kylie, and so we voted Bill out. And so the interesting part came when we found out that some advantage had been played, animals were released, and there was an anonymous extra vote. And so there was lots of like speculation about like what is happening. And so like I was like petrified, because if it was like an extra vote, it could have gone south. I think like the most plausible one is that I've heard that there was a disadvantage played, and it was for Bill, and Bill had to have 2 votes. Like he got an extra vote, but the 2 votes that he had were randomized, and they happened to land on Mike, which kind of seems the most likely, because like Mike's name was like nowhere in anybody's sights. Everybody was trying to get Mike on their side. If they found out that people were going after him, of course Mike is not going to side with them. And so like it seems most likely that it was like a random chance. However, I don't think that anybody is going to tell like the actual truth along those lines, because like of course like information is key, and so you want to keep those things that you know that people don't know to yourself.
If we vote Ryron out, that puts us at 7.
Because Ryron is still like I'm assuming they're still semi-connected to Mike, because I don't think Ryron has too many options right now to like kind of pick and choose who they want to work with or things like that. Like they may still be working with Logan, but I know that Ryron and Mike got really close like at the merge, and I'm sure that they've kept that connection at least somewhat sustainable through these rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think that Rywan is going to try and use that with Mike. I don't know what Mike would do with it, but and then there's also talk of like Kylie and Ryron. I don't know if like from what I hear right now, like that doesn't seem too true from what Kylie's telling us or what we've heard from Mike. I don't think that was true also, but I feel like Ryron may need to go first.
I think that Ryron should go first regardless.
Or even like Tiara. I mean, like I don't think she poses like really any threat. But if we wanted to keep them both in the game, that's almost like guaranteeing like 2 extra rounds that targets would be set on them too.
I do think that Ryron needs to go next regardless.
Yeah.
And then we play by ear who goes after that.
And if we're like if we're so solid, I guess if we don't know where TR is at, I was gonna say like we could split the votes on Logan Ryron, but we don't know where TR is. We need TR to split the votes 3-3-2.
And if Ryron wins immunity, we do TR.
Yeah. I mean, like, if this is touchy subjects, though, that we can, like, almost ensure that Logan and Ryron do not win immunity. Like, if it's touchy subject, like, we can go, and I think, like, everybody would go after them first, and that's what they would be expecting anyway.
Correct.
Okay. Welcome, Final 8. Are you all ready for tonight's immunity challenge?
You know what I'm going to say? No.
Yeah. Okay. So, for tonight's challenge, some of y'all have been speculating. A lot of y'all have been saying touchy subjects. Well, I hope you all have your electronic devices, because it is not touchy subjects. So you might want to take that outside your head, okay? Tonight is Jackbox night.
I love that.
Which means y'all need to have yourself a phone, a tablet, or a laptop, because whichever game that we're going to put in, there's going to be a link set in. You need to put in your original name, no nicknames, no inappropriate names, just your original name. I will screen share.
Well, this sucks because I'm at work. I only have my phone, so I can't see the screen and play at the same time. So,
the sound JT, the sound's going to be on if that helps.
I guess I'll try. I'm sorry, I'm just having a really shitty day. I'm sorry. I'll try.
I hope your day gets better.
Okay, so with that being said, the game will explain itself, and also the person with the highest amount of points with the most correct answers, depending on which game it is, wins individual immunity and a chaos coin. Also, this is an individual points round, which means depending on what the game is, the person with the most funniest answer that production would agree with would also receive a chaos coin. So there's a bonus chaos coin on programs. Questions? Ryan, pick a word.
Oh, I gotta pick Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig. The memes it is. Okay, so here is your question. The Australian Broadcasting Company banned an episode of the popular children's series Peppa Pig because it sent the message that blank were not to be feared. I will repeat it again. The Australian Broadcasting Company banned an episode of the popular children's series Peppa Pig because it sent the message that blank were not to be feared. Ooh, you got a bunch of interesting options. Choose your answer. You have runts of the litter, the devil, bears, hippopotamus, spiders, police, hawks, kangaroos, and bees. All answers are chosen, so let's go through each of them one at a time. Starting with kangaroos. Ryron, Tiara, and Logan picked it. That was Kylie's lie. That's 1,500 points for Kylie. Next up, we got hippopotamus, with Trevor picking it. That was Logan's lie. 500 points for Logan.
I should have
Next
said
one.
kangaroo. There was such a better.
These were picked by Mike. That was Ryron's lie. Ryron with 500 points. We have bears. JT picked it. That was Mike's lie. Mike with 500 points.
I hope it's.
The correct answer. Okay, so we have spiders. Kylie and Destiny both picked it. That was the truth. Kylie and Destiny with 1,000 points.
Nice.
Destiny, pick your word. Destiny picks drug lord. So here is your question. Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar once had so much money that he spent $2,500 per month just on blank. Okay, we have meth, rubber bands, breath mints, Ziploc bags, shampoo, pina coladas, water, dog food, and massages. Okay, all answers are picked. Let's go through each of them. Breath mints was picked by Tiara. That was Mike's slide. Mike with another 500 points. Dog food was picked by Kylie and Logan. That was Destiny's lie. Destiny with 1,000 points there. Next up, massages by JT. That was Kylie's lie. Kylie with another 500 points. Pina coladas picked by Destiny. That was JT's lie. JT's now on the board. Ziploc bags by Trevor. That was Ryron's lie. Another 500 points to Ryron. Rubber bands picked by Ryron and Mike. That was the truth. Ryron and Mike get 1,000 points. Pablo Escobar spent $2,500 per month on rubber bands. Why? We don't know.
He was trying to
We'll
build a
never know
world.
at this.
I thought it was to like stack his money, you know, to like wrap it up.
That makes sense.
Okay, so looking at the score. Look at the score. Kylie's in the lead with 3,000. Ryron with 2,000. Mike with 2,000. Destiny with 2,000. Logan and JT with 500. Mike, you're up. Dervisala helps couples improve their communication skills by making them blank together. You got 20 seconds. I'll read it again. Groundbreaking therapist Dr. Ramani Tervalusala helps couples improve their communication skills by making them blank together. Person didn't submit their answer. Oh, never mind. One did. Never mind. Okay, drink, assemble furniture, swim, mud wrestle, work, assemble IKEA furniture, play Monopoly, scream, and garden. Here we go. Let's go through each of them. Play Monopoly by Mike, Trevor, Destiny, and Logan was the production games lie. Those people lost 500 points. Mud Rush sold by
Fuck
Tiara
that.
was Destiny's lie. Destiny with another 500 points. Yeah, 4 of y'all picked the wrong one there. Assembled Furniture with Kylie. That was Logan's lie. Logan with 500 points.
Right.
Assemble IKEA Furniture with Ryron and JT. That was the truth.
Logan, you're about to be pissed.
I couldn't decide which one. I was like, damn it.
Okay, that's utter bullshit.
I literally only picked that because I saw Assemble Furniture and assumed someone just got close.
Yeah, I was like somebody was really, I went the opposite thought. Like somebody was really specific.
Yeah.
Their lot's going to be more broad.
Okay, tie score. So here's where we're at. Ryron and Kylie are tied with 3,000. Destiny with 2,000. Mike with 15. JT with 15. And those are the main ones we're up right now. And Trevor is at negative 500 right now. Okay, this is round 2. 1,000 points for everyone fooled. 2,000 points for finding out the truth. And if you still have your defibrillator, if you need someone to make a lie up for you, Kylie, pick your word. She picked teachers.
Hitting.
Here's your question. In June of 2015, teachers from the school located in Ghana threatened to boycott classes if students did not stop blank in the classroom. All eyes are in. You got burping, smoking, pissing, spitting, cursing, dabbing, pooping, peeing, passing gas. Here we go. Cursing by Trevor. That was Tiara's lie. Tiara with 1,000 points. Pissing with Mike. That was Ryron's lie. Ryron with another 1,000 points. Ryron now takes the lead. Passing gas with Ryron and Tiara. That was Kylie's lie. Kylie now took over the lead with another 2,000 points. Smoking with JT. That was Mike's lie. Mike with 1,000 points. Spitting with Kylie and Logan is Trevor's lie. Trevor now on the board.
Got points.
We got dabbing with Destiny. That was
thank
Logan's lie. Logan with 1,000 points.
Who's burping?
Pooping. The correct answer was pooping.
That's wild.
So here's where we're at right now. Kylie's now in the lead with 5,000. Ryron right behind with 4,000. Mike with 25. Destiny with 2,000. Trevor and Logan and JT tied with 15. Tiara with 1,000. JT, pick a word. We have an animation sequence. Oh, we're on a road trip, guys. So this is a bonus question. When in Louisiana, go off the beaten path and visit the Louisiana State Penitentiary, also known as Angola. The prison features a fully operational that's run by prisoners and open to the public. Okay, there you go. Just in time. We have ice cream truck, barber shop, ice rink, casino, restaurant, lemonade stand, golf course, kissing booth, and the carnival. All answers are chosen. Here we go. We have casino, answered by JT. That was Mike's lie. Mike with 1,000 points. We have ice rink, picked by Trevor. That was the production games lie. Trevor minus 1,000 points. We have barbershop, picked by everybody else. That was JT's lie. JT with 6,000 points. Wow. I was not expecting that. The correct answer was golf course.
Period.
JT single-handedly put himself in first place with that round. Wow.
Awesome.
So here's where we're at right now. JT now in the lead with 7,500. Kylie with 5,000. Ryron with 4,000. 3,500 with Mike. Destiny with 2,000. Logan with 1,500. Tiara with 1,000. And Trevor with 500. Game's not over yet. Trevor, pick a word. I'm still in disbelief that happened. In March of 2015, Polish border guards detained a French man after their search of his suitcase undercover blank. We have sausages, rat poisons, severed fingers and toes, drugs, a hairless cat, his wife, stamps, caviar, $1 billion in ones. Okay, they picked their answers. Here we go. Stamps, picked by JT. It's Destiny's lie. Destiny with 1,000 points. Destiny's been consistent in this challenge. $1 billion in ones. But Tiara, that was production's lie. Tiara loses 1,000 and is now back to 0. A hairless cat by Logan was Mike's lie. Mike with 1,000 points. Rat poison by Ryron was Trevor's lie. Trevor's now back in it. Caviar with Trevor and Destiny. That was Logan's lie. Logan with 2,000 points. Logan now catching up. His wife was Mike and Kylie. That is the truth. The Frenchman put his wife in the suitcase. So Mike and Kylie with 2,000 points. Kylie not far behind is only 500 points away from JT. This could be a close one. Mike still right in there with third with 65. Ryman with 4. Logan with 35. Destiny with 3. Trevor with 1,500. Tiara, zip. Now we're in the final stage. This is the final fibbage. This is it. This could be it. It's anyone's game to win. So for this final fibbage, you need to make up your own lie and see who else can get it. The name of the real whale that inspired Herman Melville to write Moby Dick. Forrest Luna, Gertrude, Willie, Mobius, Sheldon Kaufman, Dead Danger, Percy, Judas, Mocha Dick. Someone put a production member in this question.
No, I think someone gave up and
3
wanted the
seconds.
chaos.
No, I think
2
someone
seconds.
gave up and wanted the chaos.
I didn't guess.
Ah, I see.
I didn't guess. I needed to talk.
Okay, here we go. Percy with Logan. That was Kylie's lie. Kylie with 1,500. You have Judas with Trevor. That was Logan's lie. Logan with 1,500. Mocha Dick with Ryron, Mike, Destiny, and JT. That was the truth. All of them with 3,000. Yep, that was the truth. It's Mocha Dick. So it was named after a type of coffee. So here we go. Here are the final scores. We have in last place, Tiara, Trevor. Okay, in first place, congratulations, JT. You have won individual immunity with a total of 10,500 points.
Yes.
Congrats.
Y'all
JT.
not gonna target me now.
With 8 likes, the bonus winner for a Chaos Coin is Logan.
Oh,
Congratulations.
thank you.
So, JT, congrats, my friend. A little bit of a messy game, not the way that we hoped for, but here it is. Individual immunity is yours. Guaranteed a spot at the top 7. As for the rest of you, after a very long time in this game, somebody will be voted out on Thursday. Grab your stuff and I'm back. See you all for Tribal.
They were like, okay, so this next vote, we're pretty much going to have to go to rocks. You, me, Tiara, and Logan. And Mike, Destiny, Logan, or Trevor, and I told you I call him Logan all the time. Trevor and JT. And I'm like, you don't see the writing on the wall? Like,
Good.
yeah,
That's great. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how else we can, tell them. I mean, at the end of this game, they cannot be mad at us because, we've flipped every single vote. Like, we have not been loyal to anyone, Kylie.
Nobody. We've been loyal to each other, and they don't even fucking see this.
No, because that's why we're playing a good game. Is because like think about fucking when I was with like the 5 people voting. JT still voted with me, and then we come back here and we have that little bit of trust, and then he votes with us again. Like
Yeah.
like me and Kylie just burn you, bro. Do you not remember? Like
Exactly.
I love
But
JT. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong, but I'm
but
just saying
like,
that's when
and
people need us. They
and
need
Ryan,
us. They don't have a choice.
Ryan was like, oh, JT is just like, he is able to like sniff stuff out and like latch onto something, like anything that he sees. I'm like, it's not fucking JT. Like, what? I don't, and
Yeah.
all I said was like, I'm not drinking the JT Kool-Aid. Like,
Yeah.
I am very aware of like who JT is, what JT can do.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not trying to go sit at the end with JT. But even
No.
if we did, like, yes, JT is a really good talker, but I think our resume stacks up better than JT's. And Ryan was like, well, I think Trevor is low-key playing the best game. I'm like, Trevor? Are you sure?
Ryan.
Like, really, Trevor? Because I don't
Ryan's saying that.
I don't think Trevor's playing any game.
No. I wanted this round to be JT versus Logan, put that back on the forefront of everybody's mind, if you're on Logan's side, you got to vote JT. If you're on JT's side, you got to vote Logan. Stuff like that. Obviously, JT winning puts a little bit of a damper on my plan. But in the end, I do want Logan out this round. There's a lot of planning going on as far as should we vote Ryron because Logan might have an idol. And then Logan's side is saying, let's just vote Trevor. Let's vote Trevor out. Doesn't matter if he has an idol or not. Let's just vote him. But I want Logan gone. So if there's any scenario where we split the votes and I'm supposed to vote Ryron, I'm going to vote Logan. And I'll deal with the consequences afterwards.
So we think we have a plan on how to make sure that we don't get fucked.
Yes.
What do you think of this? We definitely have to talk to Destiny about it first before we do it, because if not, she's going to get spooked and the whole thing's going to go to shit.
Okay.
So what if we let Mike and Kylie tell, like, so they know they're gunning for you, but what if we let them push that, hey, Trevor hasn't been online in like a day and a half. He hasn't talked to anyone. Maybe he's not worried of going home. He got all of these votes last round, and maybe he has something, right? So we put that into the brain that maybe they might need to split the vote. So if Kylie and Mike volunteer to be the two to vote for you, then they'll think they're gonna split 2 or 3 on you, and then 2 on Destiny just in case you have something, right? So if Kylie and Mike don't actually vote for you, you only have 1 vote. Instead of them voting for you, they'll vote for Logan, and then you, me, and Destiny will vote for Ryron. That way, if they place something on Ryron, it ties between Destiny and Logan. If they place something on Logan, Ryron goes.
Okay. So like essentially like just like simple, I'm just making sure I'm following. You're saying like we're going to come to them with like a split vote plan, but we're actually splitting our votes.
No, me and Mike are going to have to push it, and not together, because I don't think that would work. Like, I think I would have to have a conversation with Ryron, like, okay, because when he threw your name out yesterday, I was like, I'm gonna have to sleep on that.
Ryron did?
Yes. Like, they immediately threw your name out, and I was like, panic, and said I had to sleep on it. That was probably the worst thing to say, because that probably spooked them.
Yeah.
And so an hour later, I messaged back. I was like, okay, I can't sleep. Like, I've gone through all the scenarios. That's definitely the thing that makes the most sense. I was like, I cannot let this go overnight. They'll get so fucking paranoid. But I didn't expect them to say your name that quickly. Like, we've got 2 whole fucking days. But then me and Mike don't vote you. We vote Logan. And so you would get 1 vote. Destiny would get 2 votes. Logan would get 2 votes. Ryron would get 2 votes. Or no, Ryron would get 3 votes.
3 votes, yeah.
Yeah, and then if Ryron plays an idol, it would be a tie between Logan and Destiny.
And we just revote. Dang.
If they play an idol on Logan, Ryron goes home.
I love this. Actually, this is like
I fucking love this. The question
mastermind.
is, can we convince them? Let's talk worst case scenario. We can't convince them to let me and Mike vote you, Trevor, because they don't trust us.
Well,
Because if you
like they wouldn't go to anybody. Like where does Tiara stand?
Tiara's
Is she
voting.
with them?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And okay. Because like I was just thinking like who else would they go to? So if Tiara's like 100, like the only other person they would go to is Destiny, right? Because I'm
That's
sure
why we
they're
have to clue Destiny in before, or she'll freak the fuck out.
yeah.
So hopefully this is what it's supposed to. So this is what they think is happening.
What's the Rylan, Logan, Tiara? Got it.
But this is what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Right. Did I do that right?
It's perfect. It looks
Right?
like a penis. So we're gonna call this Operation Dick Move.
Yeah. So because I think that they're gonna try to go for the tie, and I think Kylie and Mike, they'll be able. You guys should be able to get cues from them for who they think we're gonna vote for, or who they want us to vote for, so that they can make sure the power gets played correctly.
Yeah.
And that could help us figure out if we need to do, because I know it. We need to get Ryron out. But if it's clear that they are gonna do whatever they're gonna do on Ryron, then why waste the opportunity? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I don't know if they'll tell us.
Huh?
I don't know if they're gonna let us know who has the idea.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. So I think we just stick with this.
Okay, but let's say that the worst case scenario happens and there is a tie. Like I said, I worry a little bit that they're not going to let me and Mike vote Logan.
Okay, so let's play this out then. Here, let's do this. So let's say they say, okay, we don't want to do that, but we do want to split the vote. So Ryron vote Trevor, Logan vote Trevor, Tiara vote Destiny, Kylie vote Destiny, and Mike vote Trevor, right? Because this is the split that they want.
Yeah.
Right? So let's say they do this and we vote Ryron. The three of us vote Ryron. If Ryron doesn't play anything, Ryron goes.
Yeah.
If they do play something on Ryron, it goes to a tie between Trevor and Destiny. So in the revote, we no longer have this vote.
No,
we no longer have.
It wouldn't be a tie, right?
Yes, it would be a 2-2 tie.
But I see 3 vote. Oh.
Because
Okay.
Mike's not really going to vote you.
Got it. Okay. Yes, I see it.
Mike's going to vote Logan. So it wouldn't be a tie between Destiny. Wait, hold on.
I see. I did that wrong.
The tie would be between Logan and Trevor.
Yeah, so we all voted Ryron, and Kylie actually voted.
Kylie and Mike vote Logan.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes, I see it. I see it.
Here we go. So now it will be a tie between Trevor and Logan. So we no longer have this vote, and we no longer have this vote. We still even
four vote together.
We still have it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What if here's another? This is like a really worst case scenario. What if they trust
Okay.
me like none, and don't let either one of us vote for Trevor, and the three of them vote Logan?
Okay, let's play it out. Let's play it out. So they vote Trevor. They don't trust you to vote Trevor. They want you to vote Destiny. But you don't vote Destiny. Instead, you vote, one of you votes Byron and one of you votes Logan. Because if one of you votes Ryron and one of you votes Logan, Ryron goes if Ryron doesn't have anything. If Ryron does, that doesn't work, because if Ryron does have something, Trevor goes.
Yeah.
What
one
if?
of us has to be one of the votes for Trevor?
Well, how about this? What if they don't trust you and they want you to both vote Destiny? We would know that by the time tribal council came, right? So instead of us putting 3 on
They
Ryron,
have to be honest with me on the plan, or it doesn't fucking work.
right? So here's my thing: is if they don't trust you both to vote Trevor and they want you both to vote Destiny instead, you tell them you're voting Destiny, but instead you vote Logan, and one of the 3 of us also votes Logan. So at the minimum, it puts them at a tie between Trevor and Logan can't vote in the tie. We have the numbers again, same situation. But this is something that
Ryron plays the advantage on themselves and Logan doesn't play it, because then it could be the same scenario. If Logan has the thing played on them, then Trevor goes home. So me or Mike have to be one of the people that votes Trevor, or it doesn't work.
Right. I mean, like, you could also like pull the I'm gonna show my loyalty by, or Mike could even say it just by like, I can show my loyalty.
That Mike might be the better one to be like, whatever, fuck it, I'll vote Trevor, since I was hesitant. You know what I mean? Like, I worry that they're not gonna believe me. Paul, me, Trevor, JT, and Mike laid out a plan of like, okay, Ryron's side has to have me and Mike's vote. JT's side has to have me and Mike's vote. Of course, JT is planning for JT, Trevor, and Destiny to vote out Ryron, and me and Mike to vote out Logan. And this is a great plan in JT's mind, because the person he votes for is going to go home, and the person that me and Mike vote for is going to stay in. And so I'm like, sure, yeah, this sounds like a great idea. I can definitely sell this plan, and I'm going to go to Ryron's side and convince them that they should split the vote also, because this will ensure that Trevor doesn't get voted out of the game. And we're calling this Operation Dick Move, because whenever we drew it out, it looks like a big old penis.
How are you?
Dead man walking? Dead man walking?
Maybe not. I don't know.
What do you mean? Everyone's been making me out to be a horrible, horrible threat and a villain this entire time.
I know, but you don't have any more. You don't have any more reinforcements, bro. Your reinforcements are.
I know I'm dead. That's what I mean. There's no way anyone is going to keep me.
I mean, like I said, I've told you this before, and I'm gonna tell you again. Once Ryron or Tiara are gone, then you're just dead weight. Dead weight. Those aren't my words. I'm just telling you, those aren't my words. Someone else said that to me. But once they're gone, you are dead weight, honey.
I'm well aware, because then you can't eliminate everyone, like anyone I could possibly have worked with, and then still take me to the end. Literally, I have no path forward. Whereas you pretended that last time you had no path forward, I legitimately have no path forward.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I didn't pretend anything.
Ogre. Good job. I still don't understand how you convinced Kylie to flip. It makes zero sense in my mind.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
We're just literally. We obviously know what happened.
I don't know where my votes came from. It was Kylie.
It was Kylie.
I just threw out some fishing rods and I saw what caught.
Like, he may not actually have Kylie and Mike. So if we actually do, then he was trying to cause a kerfuffle to get me to go after Ryron, or us to look like Mainer threats. I don't know. I thought all true. I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to deflect everyone's votes in random different directions and then still vote me.
I feel like for my conversations, like even today, because I didn't even care about like yesterday and the day before, because like today is the day, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for my conversations today, they're still going to put it on Ryron, but try to like get you to think it's you, Logan. So last minute, they're probably going to be like, Logan player idol, Logan player idol, and then still vote Ryron. But I could be wrong, and still they could tell me more stuff like as it gets later. But that's the vibe I'm getting from them.
And for the record, Kylie, I do not have an idol, because if I did, knowing that Bill had a disadvantage, I definitely would have played it on him last round.
Yeah, but Logan, they're obsessed with you. It doesn't matter if you have an idol or 7; they think you have one.
Yeah.
I'm all like, I'm going home. If you lose, if I don't go home, JT, you're terrible at this game. I was like, you flipped all the votes away. I don't know what happened, but like, how you then don't have those votes, although then technically, if me and Bill were a pair, then they're a worse pair now. Because he's like more seen as a hero than I am, probably.
Yeah.
Who's that, JT?
Yeah, because he's been coming after the monster that is Logan this entire time.
Yeah.
They just have Destiny, Trevor, and JT. That's only 3 votes. Okay? Even if they thought we were going to split 3-2, like,
You know, split doesn't actually make sense, because then unless they still had an idol, which they would then need to play an idol anyways, the 3 would still work.
right, exactly. But I mean, like, they're going to have to tell me and Mike the real plan. They have to. And
Unless they
Yeah.
do have an idol.
right.
Which then at least, because then I still think they're going to murder me. So at least can you 4 stick together afterwards and not let them go farther?
Probably a good idea.
Like, that's all I ask, because frankly, at that point, I will murder somebody. If one of those 3 gets to the end after I lose to an idol, I will literally just hand them my vote.
I just don't know. Like,
Well, wait.
Logan, what you've said about the idols like being halves, like, so if they played a full idol, they would have had to have found 2 halves again. Like, that seems unlikely.
Unless they had all 3 halves. And
Mike
then,
is raising his
okay,
hand.
Right, sorry.
Okay, wait, no, it's okay. What's it called? I had a conversation with Trevor last night, and Trevor was saying to me, he didn't say he didn't have an idol, but he was like, can we please have the votes? Like, can we please not flip? And I'm like, no, like, I'm with you guys. Like, I'm almost positive Kylie's with us, whatever. And he's like, okay. He's like, because if we don't have the votes, I go home. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, obviously. He's like, no. He's like, if we don't have the votes, I go home. And I'm like, okay, are you telling me you don't have an idol? Because that would be really good. But that's what it seemed like he was kind of doing. You know what I mean? Like, Mike, if you fuck me right here, I go home. Which I took as like, Mike, I don't have an idol, and JT isn't playing shit on me. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's how I took it. But
JT did say, just so we can talk about that, that he's like, I'm only gonna tell you and don't tell anyone else. I'm like, okay. That he's all like, I might just give my immunity necklace to Trevor because I don't think the rest of them would vote for me because they're cowards.
okay, so if that happens, do we all agree to vote for JT?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I want. That's all I want. That's the only reason why I wanted to bring it up, so it wasn't a shock in case he does it. So we all vote JT, or do we then think they're because he was a coward last time and played an idol? Do we think they then have an idol and he just wants to be the other person to play another idol again?
And then just vote Destiny.
JT and Trevor are going to vote together. Logan and Ryron are going to vote together. Kylie and Destiny are going to vote together, and they're also going to expect me to vote with them because of this all-girls alliance that we have. And I think if I vote with them, it'll be fully justifiable to Logan and Ryron that I do that, so I'm not in any danger there with that alliance. And it also keeps the girls alliance intact. But the only way that works is I have to make sure that Kylie and Destiny stay on the track of wanting to vote out Trevor. That they have to want to vote out Trevor. That's the only way that this is going to work. But so my idea is this. My idea is that we have to split the votes because there's potentials for idols and things we just don't know what's going to happen. JT and Trevor, I'm pretty sure, are going to vote Logan. So we've got 2 votes on Logan. Mike is supposed to be working with Logan and Ryron. I don't know. We'll see. Mike is sort of the wild card in this case. I just really don't know which way he's gonna go. So he could potentially go with JT and Trevor and vote out Logan, but Logan seems pretty confident that he can get Mike back on his side. So I'm thinking Mike will vote with Logan and Ryron to vote out Trevor. And then us girls have the option of voting either Trevor. We could potentially take out Mike if we wanted to. Or, and this really isn't an option for me, but we could also vote either Logan or Ryron.
Okay, so obviously, like, both sides have to have our vote for shit to work. Like, neither side has enough without us. Because, I mean, I feel like Tiara, Logan, and Ryron are going to vote together. I feel like JT, Trevor, and Mike are going to vote together. So, one side's got to have at least 4, but 5 to have the majority. And that's you and me. So, I feel like whatever we want to do is what we can get done. Because, like, why do what JT wants to do? Why do what Logan wants to do? Let's do what the fuck we want to do.
Exactly. We just gotta, and it's nice to have, to finally be like,
Exactly. So, I mean, JT's done his little spiel about how he's got the votes to get Ryron.
Yeah.
When I talked to Ryron is all in on Trevor. Like, I even talked about, like, okay, well, I mean, should we split the votes? Like, in case Trevor has something, because I feel like it could be really likely. And they were like, no, we can't split the votes, because if they're going to vote for me, then we'd have to go to Rocks. I'm like, I mean, I don't really want to go to Rocks.
especially over one of y'all.
Yeah, not for one of y'all. It's not worth it to me. So I feel like we can talk before we talk to Tiara, and we can decide what we'd really want to do, because I feel like Tiara's already locked in. Like, she's going to want to vote out Trevor. And I mean, in the big scheme of things, I don't give a shit. Like, one of them gotta go. All 3 of them gotta go.
Yeah. I just get worried that, if we do vote Trevor and then it turns out, Tiara won't vote with us, then we've just, took away a number that will vote with us. That's my only, scaredness. But I also don't want to do what they want to do. And I don't want them to scare me into doing what they want to do. Because at the beginning of the call, JT was like, yeah, I'm hearing your name. I think it's either going to be Ryron or you tonight. And I was like, well, there really ain't much I can do about that. And then, 20 minutes later, after patting himself on the back, he was like, yeah, I don't think that you're as low on everybody's totem pole as you think you are, Destiny. I'm like, well, am I getting voted out or am I fucking important? You're going to have to sell me one. You can't sell me both.
So I have a conversation with Destiny today, and I'm like, why are we going to do what either side wants to do? And Destiny is a little sketched out because last night JT and Mike both messaged her at the same time, and JT is like, oh, they're throwing your name out, but I've got the votes to get Ryron. And JT wants to keep Destiny in the dark about the split vote plan. And I don't necessarily want to tell Destiny about it either, because I don't want her to know how closely I'm working with JT, Trevor, and Mike. But why does JT get to decide who goes home? Why don't I decide who goes home? Because I feel like we would need Tiara to vote with us. But if we don't tell her where we're actually voting, is she going to be pissed and not willing to work with us? And is she willing to work with us anyways? Because I heard, and I really even can't remember who I heard it from, but somebody told me, it may have been JT, so it's got to be taken with a grain of salt, but I'm not positive it was JT, that Logan told Tiara to form a girls' alliance so that she could know where our heads were at.
Well, and that does, oh.
And so that's why I'm like, and then, like when you talk to Tiara, she doesn't give anything. Like she accepts information and she'll say, yeah, I agree with that, but she won't ever be the one that volunteers it.
Yeah, and I mean, hell, me and you lay people's shit out. We're like, he said this, this, and that, and then this person said this, this, and this, and she's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes
exactly. Exactly. Like we come with all the tea, she gives none. She drinks it, she does not spill it.
Oh.
Do you think Mike would vote with us? Like if you talk to him and like, look, motherfucker, you owe me something.
Yeah.
Like you burned the shit out of me. You say that I can trust you. You've got to prove it right here. Because worst case scenario, then if we don't even fucking tell JT and Trevor and just the three of us voted Logan, if it went to a 3-3-2 and if Trevor plays something and Logan doesn't, Logan would go home. If they both play something, then Ryron would go home. And it wouldn't be that terrible in any circumstance.
I was talking to Kylie and we were like, everybody else is focused on JT, Logan. I mean, JT and Logan are focused on one another, but they're failing to realize that mine and Kylie's vote will really decide who goes home. So we started, game planning together. We wanted to talk on call together before we talked with Tiara. We didn't get to talk to Tiara today, or at least I didn't. And we pretty much brainstormed together. I said, well, if we can sell Mike to vote Logan, I mean, even if he has an idol and we burn our votes, it still just shows we're not going to vote just because y'all say to vote out the other guy. So we're trying to make Logan feel safe, so he don't play an idol. I told her to talk to Mike and make it seem like you just had this great big idea. I told her to really push that she don't know if I'll fuck with her. She don't know if I'll vote with her, to try to get Mike to sell it to me. That way he just thinks he's hot shit and he's, this big mastermind and he's going to help make this plan come together for his resume, even though it's our idea. Like, I just had to sit and watch him sell me my own idea.
Something interesting. Kylie, and I honestly, this is like what I'm leaning towards. I think I'm going to go this route, but I wanted to talk to you first because Kylie said to me, basically like, fuck whatever everybody else wants to do. Like, if they want to do Ryron, that's great. If the other side wants to do Trevor, that's great. Like, you, me, and Destiny can vote together and we can get Logan out of the game. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I would be fucking down for that. And she's like, yeah, like, try, like, I don't know if it's because she knows about like our past relationship, but she's like, see what Destiny thinks about it. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't think Destiny trusts me that much, but I'm still gonna throw it out there just because I know you don't like Logan, so maybe that's something that me and you can bond over for this vote.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it. It's just, do we think he's gonna play an idol and we're burning votes or what?
I mean, I personally think that they think it's Ryron.
I mean, I would rather take my chances with you and Kylie than I would anybody else at this point.
Yeah.
Mason, Antonio couldn't attend. Bill voted out at the last tribal council. Okay, so let's go over a few things. So, JT, you won individual immunity in Jackpot night.
I did.
So, how's it feel knowing you're safe at least one more round?
This round was sketch because these bitches be lying, but I mean, I'm glad I'm safe because I don't want no parts of that. I don't know. This is gonna be if I ever had a ticket to board the Hot Mess Express, it is the ticket that has the name on it that I write tonight. Because tonight we are taking a trip down Express Boulevard. Okay, Hot Mess Plaza is where we're going.
Wow, Byron, Hot Mess Express. Is this?
Oh, are you just assuming that's me, Josh? That's cute.
No, I was referring to the round. So, so does that ring true to you that this round is actually quote unquote sketchy?
I mean, hasn't every round been sketchy? Let's be honest, guys. Which one of these merge votes have not been a blindside? All of them have been a blindside. Every single round has been a Hot Mess Express ticket. And hopefully the person I want to get off will get off.
Wow. Okay, so Kylie, Ryder brought up an interesting point. The last 3 vote-offs, Kaysen, Antonio, and Bill, all 3 straight blindsides. The trend continues. Are we going to see a 4th? Or is it predictable?
I mean, I feel like it's pretty predictable, but you never know. There's lots of variables out there that can't be factored in, so we'll see what happens.
Logan, this is the first tribal council since the beginning of Merge. You don't have immunity. Nervous?
Yep. Oh, terrified. Like, all I've heard is not my name, which is like, okay, obviously me. Because who's going to pass up the opportunity to murder me at this point? No one. No one will. This is terrifying.
Okay. So, Mike, so with this round being considered a sketchy Hot Mess Express round, you also got to think about all the items that are still lurking in the Safari that may or may not be found. Has there been any kind of those talks that maybe potentially could get people's gears turning to flip a vote?
It's actually crazy. Nobody has talked about idols, advantages, or anything this round. No, obviously I'm kidding. That's been the main topic of discussion. Everybody's talking about it. And I expect 500 different idols to drop tonight, 15 advantages, and we might even add like 3 players to the game. I have no idea at this point.
Trevor, so with this game being so unpredictable, what is this round going to? Okay, so let me reword that. So with this vote being as unpredictable as the previous rounds have been, what is this vote going to say when the next person gets voted off?
I think after tonight, there's going to be a very clear line that is going to be drawn, and either people are going to be in it that thought they were going to be in it, or people are not going to be in it that thought they were to begin with. And so I think after this unpredictability, there's going to be a short refrain of predictability, but you know that this is Survivor and it's always unpredictable no matter what you say.
Okay. So basically what you're saying is that if someone gets left out of that vote, they're next.
Essentially could be the case. We'll see.
Okay. So Tiara, last vote, a little bit of a mess. 5-3 to 2. And then you also got the 2 mystery votes. Has there been any kind of talks around that? And did that kind of influence impact the vote?
At this rate, everyone is trying to figure out what the hell happened last round and who exactly voted for what. That has been a topic of discussion. So we're all just waiting for the episode to air so we can figure out what the hell happened. But yeah, I think it does influence, like, I think every vote influences the next vote, because you start to realize like who you can trust, who you can't trust. You realize people might be closer than you thought they were, or maybe people that you thought were close are not as close as you thought they were. So it always has an impact.
Okay. So, lastly, Destiny. At what point in this game do you start thinking about final 2s and 3s? Is it now, or is it very late in the game? You're on mute, Destiny. I don't think she can hear me. Okay. I'll leave that floor open to everybody then. So, at what point do you think of final 2 or 3s? Do you
Right
think of
now.
or do you think of it near the end?
Right
You
now,
should've-
when it matters, you should have already been thinking about it. And if you weren't, then you're probably going home.
Yeah, it's too late if you haven't thought about that yet.
Facts.
And it's not just about final 2s and final 3s. It's about who you can beat in the final 2 and the final 3. Because I know I don't want to sit next to threats, but I also know I don't want to sit next to people that don't have any enemies on the jury. Like, I want to sit next to people that have pissed people off, but who I've outplayed. Because the point of this game is to outplay, and outlast. And I know I'm a threat, and so I want to sit next to threats, but I also want to sit next to some bitches I can beat. And it's hard. It's slim pickings in here because I can. A lot of these people I feel like I can beat, but a lot of these people also are too nice. So I feel like I'm in a weird predicament because I don't know who the fuck to pick.
Hey, JT.
Yes.
Final 2?
Why not?
Let's do it.
Why the fuck not?
There you go. First public final 2 of the season. Okay. So I'm good with questions on my end. I'll pass it.
Trevor, want to be on my side?
If there's anyone in this game who doesn't know who my final 2 is, you're an idiot.
No, I just picked him up.
It's okay.
You already gave him away. You traded him for Ryron. He's mine now.
We've already determined who's the Amber, who's the Wendell.
Ooh, that's shady. Y'all are shady boo.
Wait, hold on. Ryron, you mentioned we know who the Dom and Wendell, Rob, and Amber are. Who's that duo you're talking to?
Hi, Trevor. Hi, JT.
What? Hi.
I mean, they even spelled it out.
Wow.
I don't think it's been much of a secret.
It's never been a secret
It's
since
never
day
been-
one merged, probably even before that.
But we had no choice. But that's Survivor, you know. Sometimes you don't have a choice. You have to take the pieces of the puzzle that are given to you and make them fit the best way you can.
You had a choice.
Win. I'll wait.
We don't need to rehash it. It's fine.
Okay.
One at a time, I will put you each into the voting booth where you will cast your vote on who you want to send to the jury. It is time to vote. Yara, you are up first.
Josh, this is a fucking mess.
I didn't need new paper. I'm voting for Trevor, and I'm voting for him because it's the closest I can get to JT.
I don't really know if I should call him the Dom / Wendell, the Rob / Amber. I can't remember nobody's name. But hopefully it won't matter because they will be going tonight.
Okay. You also have the spot on advantage.
I'm absolutely not using it tonight.
Voting for Logan. Been coming for you since you said my name at the merge.
That's out of the votes. If anybody has a hidden media or they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Can I play the urn as an idol?
Damn. Nothing, huh? Not anything. Worth a shot.
Mistake. That is so many plays. They hang you together. Any votes cast against that person will not count. The person with the highest number of votes will be voted out. This is not an interview.
I thought I'd try. I'm desperate at this point. Go ahead.
Any votes cast towards Logan will still count. Once the votes are ready, the decision is final. Puts voter off that. That one counts like 100 votes. First vote. Logan, 1 vote. Trevor, 1 vote. Logan, 1 vote. Trevor. Ryron, 1 vote. Logan, 1 vote. Trevor, 1 vote. Ryron. Trevor, 2 votes. Trevor, 1 vote. Logan, 1 vote. Ryron. Logan, it's 2 votes. Logan, 2 votes. Trevor, 1 vote. Ryron. Ryron, tied. 2 votes Logan, 2 votes Trevor, 2 votes Ryron. Trevor, that's 3 votes Trevor, 2 votes Logan, 2 votes Ryron, 1 vote Ryron. Logan, you got a tie. Logan with 3 votes, Trevor with 3 votes. Whatever's gonna happen. Logan and Trevor will not vote. Everyone else must re-vote. Vote for Trevor or Logan. Once I recount the vote, the decision is final. First voter off after the count counts. I'll read the votes. First vote. Trevor. 1 vote. Trevor. Logan. 1 vote Trevor, 1 vote Logan. Trevor. 2 votes Trevor, 1 vote Logan. Logan. That's 2 votes Trevor, 2 votes Logan. Logan. That's 3 votes Logan, 2 votes Trevor, 1 vote left. One person voted as 5 minutes for Silvercrest and 4 people voted. Logan, that's 4. That's half.
That's okay. I lied to all of you. Go fuck yourselves.
No, you.
I am shook.
Are you though?
Not at all.
Logan,
Not at fucking all.
Well, I'd say with this vote, once again, another blindside. I'm going to come back again.
Guess we should have played. I knew they were gonna vote for me. No, I guess we should have played the advantage. Oh well. I got to play an incredibly villainous game. I was controlling and a monster, and I expected them to vote me out, because who wouldn't? But now I want to see JT fall, because that's not gonna last long.